As I'm sure everybody watching this video already knows, SeaWorld has offered to buy out Cedar Fair by becoming their biggest shareholder in an unprecedented $3.4 billion offer. Now, I know there are hundreds of videos already out on YouTube discussing what and if this will happen. However, I'm going to switch things up and talk about if this deal does go through, how it would affect the consumer, as in all of us, the people who go out and visit amusement parks, and whether this will be a positive or a negative if this deal goes through and Cedar Fair ends up becoming part of the SeaWorld chain. But before we go into the future, let's just take a step back and look into the past, right back to 2019, when Six Flags offered to buy Cedar Fair for $4 billion. Now that $4 billion is a heck of a lot more than SeaWorld's $3.4 billion offer, and as we know, Six Flags' offer to buy Cedar Fair was rejected and it did not go through, so I'm not sure why a ton of people think that Cedar Fair would accept an offer for less money right now, and in my opinion, frankly, this will definitely not go through, and these two companies will continue on their separate ways. But what if, in the slim probability that this deal were to go through, how would this affect us, the consumers who regularly go out and visit these amusement parks? Let's just start with pricing. Let's start with season pass pricing. A platinum season pass to Cedar Fair, any of their parks, will run you just over $200, and this is insanely affordable considering the fact that it lets you get into every single one of their amusement or water park properties for the entire year. Letting you get into all of these parks plus a very solid discount on food and merchandise is a really great deal. Meanwhile, at the SeaWorld parks, you will have to pay over $400 for the maximum tier of their passes, which lets you into all of their amusement and water park properties. And even though you are getting much less, SeaWorld is known for being luxurious. But even though luxury may cost more, the Cedar Fair Platinum Pass is a much better deal for almost everybody purchasing it. Now, let's just say you don't want a season pass to either of these chains and you just want a single day ticket. Let's use Cedar Fair's flagship park, Cedar Point, as our example for them, and that will run you a little bit under $50 for a one-day ticket. That is insanely cheap, given the fact that you're getting 16 different roller coasters and dozens of other rides and attractions on an awesome resort peninsula in Ohio. Featuring family and thrill rides that caters to almost everybody, this is my personal favorite amusement park. Meanwhile, if you head down to SeaWorld Orlando, not even the SeaWorld Park's flagship property, that will run you over $100 for a one-day ticket. And you are getting less than half of the amount of rides that you would be getting at Cedar Point for over double the price. Now, obviously, I'm not an idiot, and we all know that SeaWorld Orlando is much more than just roller coasters. With their incredible dining experiences that are so much better than your average theme park meal, and the beautiful scenery and theming that is placed around their parks with the awesome animal encounters, they are definitely the much more higher class option. And they are known for being at the top of the line when it comes to amusement parks in America. However, I'd be simply lying if I didn't say that Cedar Fair was a much better deal and was way more affordable. One really great thing about these two chains being separate is competition. When amusement parks have to be in competition with one another, they will build taller, faster, better, and overall much more complete additions to their parks as to try and bring the guests to their property away from the others. However, if we have one big chain, you won't really have that, because they're not trying to pull guests away from their other park when they're all in the same chain. Let's just use two very competitive parks that are in a very competitive market and are just 1 hour away from each other, and they're both in the SeaWorld or Cedar Fair chain. Kings Dominion for Cedar Fair and Busch Gardens Williamsburg for SeaWorld. These two parks are crazy competitors as they're always fighting to bring the guest to their park away from the other park, and this really forces them to add bigger and better rides when they might not have otherwise. Building massive new roller coasters every couple of years just to prove that their park is superior is really what us coaster enthusiasts live for. And without this competition that they have between themselves, their additions would definitely be slowing down and you wouldn't be getting as great or as many of these ride additions. To wrap things up, I definitely think that this would be a negative deal for the amusement and theme park industry, as prices would surge at all of these parks and competition would definitely decrease, meaning less rides and roller coasters will be added to each park due to the lower competition. And I definitely think that the consumer would be getting the worst end of this, as they would have to pay more for a very similar experience. But I don't think we have to worry about that, as in my opinion this deal will definitely not be going through, as promptly after Cedar Fair reads the offer, as they legally have to do so, they will definitely reject it and move on with their Cedar Fair ways. Anyways, what do you guys think of this insane offer of SeaWorld buying Cedar Fair? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a like rating, and if you're new here, subscribe for more content just like this on Hangtime Thrills. I'll catch you guys next time.